by doing certain things. So what are some of the things that you encourage kids to do right out of the gate?
It's interesting you say that. I have a student, his first name is Matthew, I won't go into his last name. And you might remember back during the 2011, 2012 time period, we were dealing with Common Core. Mm-hmm. And there was a huge rally of lots of people at the State House. Mm-hmm. Well, this young man, Matthew, was about 11 or 12 when his mom, who was a homeschool mom, took her family downtown to the State House. He was at that same rally that I'm sure you spoke mm-hmm. of and spoke at. I was in the background and stuff. And so I've had him as a student in a course that I teach on the Great Reset for an organization called Vertical Immersive. He's now 20, 21 years of age. And he and I basically relate to that point in time when he was 11 or 12. And so what I want to encourage people is, just look around you and see what can happen. Now, here's a thought I want to throw out for us to talk about, and also for your listeners to think about. The 250th anniversary of the country is coming up very soon. Mm-hmm. I had a teacher in 5th grade. Her name was Mrs. Mays, and she had all the kids in the class pick a president, do some research about them, pretend you were that president and say, here's what I'm going to do when I get elected. And so you'd have to research to know. I think I had James Monroe, but not really sure. Anyway, so what's James Monroe going to do as president? Yada, yada, yada. And I think, although I've positioned the book for high school age, if you think about elementary school, 5th, 6th grade, imagine having a class where let's vote on a guy who was president, say in the 1800s, and take the top 2 that the kids vote on. Now let's have a political campaign, and I talk about the things that you do to promote a candidate volunteering-wise in the book. And let's see if we can get the school to vote on which of these 2 people from history they would elect to be president today. Now, that's going to force them to learn about what was going on in the 1800s. Right. It's going to what happened during the administration of whichever the 2 presidents are that they come up with. They learn a little bit about campaigning and promoting whomever, and they can follow the book Run, Win, Lead to get some ideas. I think that would be a great way to engage young people in the 250th anniversary and the history of our country.
It's funny you mentioned James Monroe because he's famous for the Monroe Doctrine,
yes,
which is very relevant right now when we have a lot of wars going on. How should America be involved? Monroe had some very distinct views about that are even applicable today about what role America should play in foreign policy.
Absolutely, and as you know, the big superpowers of his day were France and England. And so we were not yet a superpower. Right. We were pretty much trying to avoid being crushed. And in fact, just before him, under Madison, Washington, the city of Washington was burned down during the War of 1812. So we were still just trying to figure out what to do as a new country. So yeah, it would give people a lot of perspective and a lot of understanding of in every century, in every time period, problems exist. Whatever, if you're in, I don't know, say 10th grade right now today, whatever the problems are that we're going to be facing in the 2040s, they're going to be different from today. How are you going to be prepared as a young person who's going to be a leader in the 2040s to help America get through the next crisis that we are sure to face?